A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of Industries with Big Stone. Today we're going to take a look at an article that came out in today's Observer newspaper. And it has to do with oxygen. Oxygen being applied to people with the big C. And also we want to take a look at a video, which is very interesting that this particular video came out along with this article. Let's go to the Jamaica Observer and take a listen. A group of independent public health providers who say they have treated some 300 COVID-19 patients between the age of 18 and 104 without anyone dying is urging the government to lay off what they call oxygen-centric care, which they argue is unsustainable amid surging caseload and fatalities. Panic heightened in the island last week when public health care facilities ran out of medical grade oxygen, with unconfirmed reports of individuals dying because of the absence of the precious commodity. The country's sole supplier of medical oxygen, IGL, indicated that it was running out of the product due to the increased demand from COVID-19 patients. Several countries worldwide have faced the same dilemma. But according to the group of practitioners, while oxygen-based treatment has its place, it has not been used correctly in the current crisis. Consultant neurosurgeon and spinal surgeon Dr. Roger Hunter, speaking during a recent conference hosted by Medical Strategists AO Limited, said more focus should be placed on unblocking the airways rather than blowing oxygen down airways that are partially blocked. COVID-19 patients are now lying on mattresses on the floor, and COVID-19 patients are now lying right beside non-COVID-19 patients on general ward in government hospital. Sadly, oxygen has run out and patients have died. And this is largely because doctors have used oxygen-centric care, which we decided not to apply, so that when oxygen runs out, the patient really feels like a fish out of water and is gasping, said Dr. Hunter, the lead presenter and president-elect nominee of the Medical Association of Jamaica. We apply a principle of permissive relative hypoxia. In other words, seeing a saturation of 80%, we do not start oxygen, not until they're down in the 70%, and I dare say even 60%. By so doing, you're conditioning the patient to tolerate a much lower oxygen tension, and so you're reducing your oxygen requirement, reducing the stress and the expense on your system. And your system, which is already limited, is now better able to deal with the demands placed on it, Dr. Hunter said. Now, this is a very long article, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to bore you through with the semantics and so on. Let's get down to the real matter of this article. Now, this is the last part of the article, and I want you to pay very close attention to this part of the article. It says, and I quote, Jamaica now has a 50% positivity rate, which means that every other person in a line, be it a line for the vaccination or a line to get scarce resources, has COVID. This is very sobering. All our measures to stop the spread of this tiny virus have failed. We recognize, therefore, that we should not spend billions more isolating coronaviruses, but we should spend money trying to get 200,000 children back in school, because at the end of the day, a third or a little more of children being left out of school is a far greater public health problem than locking down and preventing COVID spread, he argued. COVID spread is here. It is in every household. It is in every community. So now we have a concept of existing with this endemic rather than trying to block this pandemic, he added. Jamaica recorded 687 new COVID cases and 26 deaths on Saturday, bringing the infection total to 71,344 and virus death toll to 1,619 since the first case was reported in March of last year. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported that the new cases comprises of 417 females and 270 males, ranging in age from 68 days to 92 years. As of Sunday, there were 643 new confirmed cases, 18 deaths, and a total of 699 people hospitalized. The positivity rate, the ministry said, was now at 43.7. That was past Sunday. Today, they're saying it's now at 50% positivity rate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a listen to this Jamaican man. I think he makes a lot of sense. Now, this is a disclaimer. I'm not taking side one way or the other. I am a journalist. I am a service provider that people should be informed in learning about the truth and then to take it however they see the truth. It is a decision that the Jamaican people are entitled to, and it's a decision I personally will never impart my own personal opinion to anyone. It is up to you totally to make your decision based on what you learn, based on what you observe, and based on what you consider to be truth. So take a listen at this video.
One way say, why is it? Me no hear none of the health people them come out and I tell people how to boost up them immune system and keep themselves safe. Remember when Mr. Tufton usually come around on TV and I do exercise and I talk about wellness and stay fit. But me no hear him talk nothing now to boost up immune system. Everybody I preach vaccine. That me hear everybody I preach now, you know. And the next thing, me hear the Prime Minister the other day say, vaccine hesitant, he can understand. But vaccine reluctant, he cannot tolerate. Now somebody please tell me who did say this.
How dare you impose on me to put something in my body that I don't want? Can't we find a better way? You know, we can't continue infringe on individual rights. So there is no need for any vaccines. In fact, we don't believe that is something that would meet the constitutional test.
Yeah? I mean, it says so. Boy, I mean, I tell you, politician, are dangerous. Trust me. They're wicked. Now them a push it down upon the young little pity them and make it mandatory. No easy. People don't really sit down and take them thing, yeah?
Isn't that funny? Very funny indeed. But there's some truth to what this man is saying. As I'm saying to all Jamaican, and I've said it before, I'm not telling anyone to go out there and take this vaccine, because that's a decision totally that you have to make on your own. I'm not telling anyone not to take it either, because that's a decision that you have to make on your own. As for me, I reserve my opinion. I'm looking at what is going on, I'm watching what is going on, and then later on I'll tell you whether I am going to take this vaccine or I'm not going to take this vaccine. Jamaica, the ball is in your court. Your health is important. Please at least practice the protocols. Make sure you wear a mask when you go in public. Make sure you sanitize, and make sure you practice the protocol of standing 6 feet apart. Practice these protocols, because you never know. You don't want to be next in line for oxygen. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time for you to do so. Thank you.